What is up, guys? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today, I have decided to make a, I guess not really guide, but almost like, you know, things that I feel like would be very, very helpful for new players because, well, the house tower defense is not a very friendly game, having extremely rare curses to extremely rare units to even levels, shinies, like all these different things that like a lot of people might even get confused with. There's a lot of grinding and a lot of things that come with the house. It's not a bad thing, but at sometimes it could be a little bit frustrating, grinding so much on top of also, you know, maybe being confused on what to do. So in today's video, I guess it's almost going to be like a couple tricks showing you guys just exactly from my personal experience what the, I guess, easiest thing was for me. Now, this might be an even more helpful video with the fact that, well, my luck is pretty garbage. My luck is honestly pretty bad, and I honestly think, even though with all like the crazy, you know, maybe even like free stuff that I get, even without that, I kind of got pretty good just off of, you know, playing the game. Also getting all that like free stuff and all that kind of also encouraged me to keep playing, you know, making me get even more stuff. But this is kind of just gonna be like a little guide on what the best decisions to make are. Now, the moment you join the game, you have the SWAT. You start off with the SWAT. Now, actually, wait, do you start off with the SWAT? You might actually start off with like 50 soul crystals, and maybe you can summon, but when you start off the game, you usually don't have the best team. Now, yeah, when you start off, you usually have mostly rares, like, I don't know, random stuff. Maybe you get a shiny for some reason. Maybe something, like, crazy happens out of nowhere. Now, here's the thing. When you start up the game, now, also, by the way, this might even become outdated because right now we do have the Frankenstein Castle and the Crypt Kings, but I am going to be making this on kind of just what it is now. There are some things that will still probably be valid later on, but yeah, so you spawn in, you get your units, and you start playing. You get a couple soul crystals, and you go back to the crypt. Now, you don't need to get all that good stuff if you want to progress in the game. Honestly, I'm pretty sure, like with mostly like rares to legendaries, can probably be a decent amount of like the starter floors. For the most part, you're going to want something good. Now, something like Frankenstein Castle and the Crypt Kings might be a little hard for a starter player, so you basically only have the regular floors. Now, honestly, in the beginning, I think just grinding the regular floors, doing your playtime gifts, getting all that free stuff is really, really good. You honestly just have to keep doing that. Now, you know, you can like maybe even like beg for people to help you. Most people probably would, but without begging, you kind of just need to keep grinding those floors, and if you can't get past one, then you just got to keep doing the one that you can, well, do your best at. I mean, the more and more you grind that, the more soul crystals you get, and the more heroes you have a chance at getting. Now, the mystery urns are also really helpful from the playtime gifts. Same thing with the actual like, soul crystals. But once you get kind of to like that point where you're like, where you have some pretty decent stuff, maybe you even have a mythic on your team, maybe you just like summoned, I don't know, okay, dead shot. Let's just say that you summon a dead shot, and you're like, oh my god, I'm actually getting pretty good. So, the moment you get something decent, I feel like you should probably aim for Boom Bear. Now, this is the Endless Garden, and I feel like doing Endless a ton of times not only gets you a ton of really good rewards, but if you succeed to get to the wave that you get the free tower at, it can help you a ton. Boom Bear is an extremely good tower and can really help you, I guess, like climb up the ranks and get a lot better. Even though this one is shiny, still, this thing is a beast. It's really, really good. The stats are really, really good for as decently easy as it is to get. And even once you do get to that wave 100 and you get the Boom Bear, you probably still can't do any Crypt Kings or Frankenstein Castle maps because you still need that like good starter. So honestly, if you can get to like wave 100, just keep grinding that. The more and more you grind Endless, the better and better rewards you're gonna, well, not really, but like the more and more rewards that you're gonna get. Plus, you're also gonna get a ton of Boom Bear earns that maybe once you reach level 30, you can trade off, or you can literally just, I don't know, use them. Maybe what you can do is, actually no, I think saving them would probably be a better thing to do. Then maybe later on, if anybody for some reason wants a Boom Bear, you can trade them off, or you can save them for when you have enough soul gems when you get better to use the Death's Office. But for now, grinding Endless, pretty good. Same thing with Skull Shot. Maybe you can get Skull Shot, I don't know. Might be a little bit hard, but while you're grinding all this, you're also getting a ton of rewards from the playtime gifts, the Endless mode. Maybe even if you play free play or any of these floors, you're getting a ton of rewards. This is also going into summoning, and well, you basically need to repeat the process until you get a good starter. Now, in my opinion, the best starters to probably use, like, for, like, I guess, you know, when you're, like, I guess someone, like, new, Kitty, really good. The Mask is really good. Maybe, you know, if you maybe if you're, like, really lucky, you get Angel. Later on, Purge could be a good starter, but I feel like Angel is a very, very good thing to use. Same thing also, if you do get the 7-day reward, you can earn Darkwing, which is basically Angel, and can really, really help you out. Now, once you get a good enough starter, you can also continue to progress through the floors and, you know, get really, really good. Now, this also comes with being able to beat harder and harder Endless modes. Also, there are, if you actually check the description of the game, there are a ton of codes that you can also enter to get free things. I don't know if they're still valid, but there are also, YouTuber codes that can help you get things like, I don't think Melon Masher is still there, but, maybe a tower like, I don't want to try to pronounce that, but you can get some pretty cool things for free, and that can also really help you out. Now, if you get anything like Kitty, Darkwing, Mask, Angel, any of those, you can really start getting good, and, well, you end up getting a lot better, and, you know, honestly, with all of that grinding, you might even get a secret. Now, there is not a secret in the game, I don't think, that is really all that bad. Let's just say you summon a White Wolf. Now you have another really good tower for endgame on top of the Boom Bear that you also have from grinding. Maybe even a Skull Shot. Now that you have all of this stuff, you're basically set. You might be able to do the first couple floors of Frankenstein Castle. I do think Crypt Kings might not be there just yet, but if I think even if you don't I think endgame might be the only problem, but you might even be able to be easy. But for the most part, I feel like it might not be the easiest thing to do. So maybe sticking to something like even Frankenstein Castle or like Endless Mode would be really good too. Now, you know, I feel like a lot of it is really just grinding that. Same thing with getting all the curses. Once you, like, you know, see, here's the thing with the Demon Slayer. I kind of feel like, the tasks, you know, I think it might be worth doing. The rewards that you can get are pretty good, and honestly, it might actually be worth doing. There's also the Death's Office. When you're not, like, when you can't be like every single thing, you're like an insane pro and everything, I feel like spending 1,000 soul gems on a death certificate might not be the greatest decision. You could probably get some really good stuff by summoning or spending it on something else maybe. But yeah, that's kind of it for that. You basically just need to grind a ton of Endless Mode, I think, to get some pretty good rewards. And then as you continue to progress, you unlock trading. Now trading can bring a lot. Now you have the ability to trade a ton of things that you already have gotten for better things. Maybe things that you can't even get. Maybe things that are very hard to get. And if you trade people for things, that can also help you get really good. Now also, I didn't even mention this before, there is such thing as Robux. If you do have Robux and you want to kind of cheat your way there, getting something like a Bloodborne urn, VIP pack, don't buy Violet, I'd say, but anything that's like, even, well, premium urn's probably not worth it, but still, you want to spend a little bit of Robux, well, not a little bit because everything is so high priced. I guess you can do that. You also, I think, so you can also unlock realms. Do you spend 500 soul crystals for a realm key? I don't really know about that because, I mean, are you really gonna get all that back? Probably not. Like, whoa, chapter 1. I didn't even realize that. But like, the chance of you actually like getting one of the towers is pretty low. So would I spend 500 soul crystals for realm keys? No, probably not. But yeah, you basically just grind Endless Mode, get those floors up, and as you continue, you just get better things. You might even trade for things, like use the extra things from Endless Mode that you got, trade those away. But really, things start to really pick up once you can actually beat Crypt Kings. The Crypt Kings brings a lot to the table. Once you get at least one token of each Crypt King, you can spin on the King's Treasure Tomb. Now, this can get you a lot of good things, such as curses, chapter 2 urns, and soul crystals. Really, really good. Also mystery urns. Now, here's the thing. People really value premium urns. A lot of people, when they're trading really rare, like really good things, they always want a ton of premium urns. Grinding Crypt Kings and stacking up on premium urns can actually help you trade for even better towers, helping you grind the harder modes, giving you more tokens to, well, get more premium urns, and it